Welcome to Food and Loathing, your weekly recap of some of the more delicious happenings in the Las Vegas restaurant world. I'm Al Mancini, a veteran Las Vegas food writer and the creator of the Neon Feast Restaurant Guide. I'm joined by my co-host, Samantha Gemini Stevens, a local food writer and editor-in-chief of neonnews.vegas. We do this podcasting voodoo every week with the assistance of our chief engineer, who is still in Chicago, but hopefully returning to Vegas very soon, the one and only Rich Johnson.
Love you, Rich.
So, Gemini, I tried to keep this intro short because we have so much fucking show today. But how are you doing?
I'm really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot more to come, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot coming up. Traveling for the holidays, and then, next year is going to be fun.
Yeah, you're going to be all over the place, man. You're going to rack up those flyer miles,
right.
I think. Okay, well, as I said, we have a lot of show today because there's a lot going on right now in Las Vegas. The National Finals Rodeo is here once again, and I have spoken to representatives of 3 local establishments about what they have planned for rodeo fans. And with Thanksgiving in our rearview mirror, it is now holiday pop-up season in Vegas, which is something we haven't even, 5 years ago, we didn't even have this, if you think about it. Like, 5 years ago is when the Sand Dollar Lounge, did their first miracle on Spring Mountain. And it was a new thing. And now they're everywhere. So I spoke to the teams at Easy's, at Flankers, the Silverton, the Rouge Room, Dom DeMarco's, Stray Pirate, and of course the Sand Dollar, who told me all about how Santa will be bringing the booze and the Christmas spirits to their establishments this year.
I love it.
Yeah, we could just play that. We'd have a full show. But we'd like to do more. Yeah. We're still going to give you a bit of news and tell you about a few of the meals we've had in local restaurants recently. So let's do some restaurant reports. Gemini, you want to start us off this week?
Yeah, I had a few fun things recently. I went back to Bramare. I hadn't been there in a hot minute.
What? It's like you eat there every week, I feel like.
It, but then I go in and they're like, oh, there's this new menu item. Oh, you have to try this. And I'm like, have I been gone long enough for the menu to change that much?
They're hopping at Bramare. How's the crowds over there when you go?
I like it. I like sitting at the bar because I like to people watch. And because their bar is really cool, it's right by the front door, but then there's like a back area. There's still booths in the bar. You can see into the dining room. So it's really kind of fun to see like the different vibes happening in one restaurant.
Yeah.
So,
And Bramare, by the way, over on Paradise Road.
Yep.
Across from the Hughes Center.
Exactly.
Cool.
There was some new stuff. There's like new pastas and steaks, and I think they've changed up the pizza and flatbread. We had the pork secreto, of course. I mean, that dish is a religion in and of itself. It is so good.
Yeah, it's a good dish.
The broccolini, I got to tell you, not my favorite this time. I prefer when they leave like the stalk and you braise it properly. It's got a good toothiness to it. These were like super chopped up bits and pieces with cheese on top. And I'm not somebody who says no to cheese on the average day.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it just didn't fit. So
Bramare, and this is not a criticism of them or even a critique, but Bramare can go overboard in a good way with many of their dishes. Okay. I feel like for my personal palate, they almost always add one too many ingredients, but I could tell why people like it, right? Yeah. And I could tell, I've got 1,000 friends who would, tell me that I am wrong and I am stupid, but I do always feel like there's maybe like one extra ingredient because that's what it is. It's welcoming, it's family food, it's hearty, and it's just like, let's put some cheese on this stuff for you. Let's all come in. So I can see where sometimes it gets a little heavy, right?
Yeah.
Like I, for one, it's only in probably the last decade that I've started eating my vegetables at all. So like when I do, I don't necessarily want cheese put on them, right? Because I want to get the health benefits out of some of them. And of course you still do, but that's just me. My preferences are just turning into old man preferences anyway. So I'm just throwing them out there in case anybody else thinks the way that I do. But I do love Bramare.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I like it because it's centrally located, too. If I want to get together with friends, like some of us are getting together Wednesday. It's a nice, easy area to get to, at least when F1 is not in town. So.
Yeah.
The fried mushrooms there.
And a great team, by the way.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
same team that does Table 34, who are fantastic. And one of those people is Evan Glussman, whose family is Piero's here in Las Vegas. Another partner is Constantine. I mean, he was with Hakkasan Group and all kinds of people. So,
oh, yeah, their pedigree is amazing.
yeah. And they do good work over there. But it is, again, it tends to be a little bigger of the abundant family Italian style. I'm moving my hands around here. I'm trying to do abbondanza,
We're both Italian. That's how we talk to each other.
Right. And and for me, just later in life, I'm getting into cleaner foods, just more ingredient forward. But that's
and
just me.
especially with my vegetables. And like I said, this personal preference, I think that's why I was kind of like, maybe not this particular dish. But they do something really well with their fried mushrooms. They're not heavy. It's not this really thick breading. It's really tasty, really light. You can still taste the mushrooms. I love all kinds of mushrooms. So I was really happy with that. We had a strawberry salad, I believe, and shared that with some crudo at the same time. So something nice and light and refreshing, kind of in between things. So, yeah, I mean, just get over there if you haven't been there yet. Jen behind the bar, all the guys behind the bar really, really know what they're doing. And, I like it because there's always something new happening.
Yeah.
So I went back to Archi's Thai recently. I've talked about them before. They're close to home. I think there's one on Flamingo, and I think there's another one on Sahara.
They're like a legacy restaurant in this town. I feel like they've been here for fucking ever. And at some point there was a million of them. Yeah. Now there's only a couple now,
I think
right?
There's only 2 or 3.
Yeah. When I've eaten there, it's always been okay. Yeah. I mean, it's been good. I've had I've never raved about it, but I've never complained about it.
No, and the reason I'm bringing them up again is just because in between times I had gone, it was just me. I did one of those lunch special things where you get basically a whole plate of food for like $12 and you get a tea or something with it. And it just wasn't great. I don't need to be wowed all the time, but I still want it to be good.
Right.
And because they do have a history in Vegas and because everything I've ever eaten there has been really good, I just kind of shied away from them for a little while. But I had a Thai craving the other night, and John particularly likes their green curry. So I said, okay, well, I know where I'm going to order from. So ordered it up and really, kind of blew my socks off. I don't know if it was just a bad day, but we had a great meal. We had the pad Thai, which is just packed full of flavor. They give you, the servings are massive. We had the green curry with chicken. We had Thai egg rolls. We had a seafood omelet this time that comes with lettuce wraps. It's a lot like a Vietnamese banzao, except instead of the rice, really crispy sort of omelet-looking shell, it's actually an omelet. Packed full of seafood, lots of great flavors, some fresh ginger in there. And again, they give you all the fresh stuff to kind of lighten it up.
Yeah.
So when you're eating it, it's not overly eggy, which is kind of an odd thing to say about an omelet. But if you eat it, you'll get
an omelet that doesn't have too many eggs
right.
in it. Okay.
And then I also went back to some place that I hadn't been in forever.
Isn't an omelet without eggs is like a fried chicken, right?
Pretty much.
Sorry.
No, totally okay. I went to Bagel Café. I was craving their
Bagel
matzo
Cafe
soup.
is the one that is on Buffalo.
Buffalo, yes.
Right by the entrance to Summerlin Parkway. Yeah.
I almost said 215. I'm like, no, that's
right.
wrong. And
that place is great. I just like walking in there. It just smells like
right?
fucking great bagels and bakery when you walk in.
And everything is so well done. It's fresh. Everybody's got a smile on their face. They make the food when you order it. They're baking the stuff in-house. So yeah, I walked in and I didn't know what I want. And then as soon as I sat down, I knew what I wanted. I got a chopped liver sandwich because their liver pate is really, really good. It's a sky-high sandwich and it has all the fresh stuff on it too, so it doesn't get cloying and too fatty or anything like that. Really, really enjoyed that. Took a breakfast burrito to go.
Jesus, you're obsessed with breakfast burritos. And then you took it home and ate it cold?
No. I reheated it. I asked the girl the best way to do it. And so she told me the best way to do it so it wouldn't lose anything. And it was really good. It was just super simple. That's what I wanted. It was really great for running around and all that stuff the next day. So did that. But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Bagel Cafe. I know that there's so many bagel places in town now. And I know before we started, I was talking a little bit about Weiss Deli all the way down in Henderson.
Yeah.
Also really good with the sky high sandwiches.
For that Jewish New York deli experience, and I
Yeah.
don't know, I'm assuming Weiss is Jewish
Yes.
owned, but I don't know how many of these are Jewish owned.
Right.
But that's a New York experience. That's
Yeah.
a type of deli when I say Jewish deli. And for that experience, I mean, there is Weiss that's pretty good, but I think Bagel Café is the best in Las Vegas at that little niche.
Yeah.
And Siegel's Bagel Mania does that with a Vegas tourist feel, like, so it doesn't feel New York, but it throws some love in that direction.
Sure.
Those would be, I'd say, if you want a real Jewish bagel, Jewish deli experience in Vegas, I mean, that's where I would go.
Yeah, I mean, our friends over at CityCast did an episode earlier in the year, and they went and tried all these different bagel places, and then had a conversation about it. And I heard about some ones that I thought were okay. Excuse me, got the hiccups. But just nothing really wowed me. But like you said, you walk into Bagel Cafe, you can smell it, you can feel it. It's always got a pack of people as soon as they open in the morning. Doesn't matter what day it is. So if you're going,
it's hard to find a place to park, man.
Yeah, there's no parking. But yeah, just really enjoyed it, and so just wanted to throw that out there because I hadn't been in a while, and I was reminded that I need to get in there more often.
You can find that on Neon Feast,
Yes,
by the way,
you can.
if you're interested. Under Best Bagels, definitely.
That's right.
I don't know if it's under Best Delis. It should be if it's not.
Let's fix that.
Yeah.
What about you?
What have I been eating? Lots of pizza this week and a
Okay.
little bit of barbecue. Lots of takeout as well. Sue and I visited the new Good Pie location in Henderson along with our friends Rob and Mary Cashel-Reese. And, we ordered a lot this trip because, I went in with stuff I wanted to try. And then, their publicist Eric is texting me, make sure you try this. And, I know Vince Rotolo wanted me to try certain things. So we ordered way too much and, took home the leftovers, which didn't stop me from getting more takeout pizza this weekend. But yeah, that's also some interesting cocktails before I get to the food. The bar kept sending those over to the table. And, as expected, I guess, for Good Pie, it is a really serious bar program.
Yeah.
Good cocktails, man. So it's definitely, the place is beautiful. I love it. I wish when I lived in Henderson, they had that place over there. But what did we have? We did lasagna.
Okay.
It's the first time I've had it. Very good. 2 types of mozz, finished with basil and shaved Parmesan. I'd say of the 4 people at our table, 2 of them said it was their favorite dish of the night. We did some meatballs, very good. One that I was told I had to try, what I was suggested I should try, is the fried pizza.
Really?
And that comes with burrata basil and a little bit of Parmesan, right? So, so they fry it and then they bake it, right? So it's not straight out of the fryer. It's fried and baked. And the taste reminds me of, now in New Jersey growing up, we used to have panzerottis. Panzerottis are well known in southern New Jersey, and I think they have them in Chicago.
Okay.
And they originally were a baked thing, very similar to a stromboli, but just with sauce and mozzarella cheese inside, like a pizza, right? Like you would do a pizza. But then in Jersey, where I was, and I don't know if they ever did these in Chicago, I just don't know. Then somebody decided you could fry them as well, right? So you bake them and then you fry them, and then also upside down, inside out pizza, and it's really fucking good. So, and I bring this up because actually Vincent had made me a panzerotti once. I think I was on acid at the time. He was not. One of my friends came and visited me, and I think we went into one of his restaurants and on acid, and he's like, panzerottis. And we're like, we're from New Jersey. Let's have it. But the thing about this fried pizza is it reminded me of that taste, that of an old panzerotti that I used to have growing up. So I really, really loved it a lot. Little fried, little baked, really, really good. And again, they do that one with burrata, basil, and some Parmesan. Then we did a Brooklyn-style pizza, the big old round motherfucker with some shrooms. Really, really good. We did a chicken parm Detroit. Have you had that dish at the other Good Pie yet?
No.
It's like they make a Detroit pizza into a chicken parm sandwich by shoving fried chicken in the middle of it, right? And which made it better for reheating at take-up, or just as good, I should say, at home reheating for take-up. It was really fucking good. But it's a ridiculously over-the-top dish. So good, though. Better than any chicken parm sandwich I've had,
Oh my God.
anywhere. I'd say my mistake there was, not a mistake, but a missed opportunity. I was told to make sure I substituted the vodka sauce on one of the pizzas.
Oh, okay.
And so I did it on this one, and I don't think it gave me the best. There was too much other stuff going on. I should have done the vodka sauce on a more plain pizza, but it's a pretty good Tito's vodka sauce that they make over there. And I think they sell it to go. You can take it home, make it with your pastas at home. But so I didn't get it in its best setting, only because I got it on something that was already just over the top again, right? And I think that to really enjoy this sauce, you want a more subtle dish, but it is a really good fucking sauce.
Right on.
So that was a lot of fun. Then 3 days later, takeout from DeMarco's large Sicilian de Farra special.
Yeah.
I love that particular pizza. It's one of my favorite Sicilians in town. Their Sicilian's not quite as much of a rise as Metro Pizza, which has a much, I think they let their dough rise for 3 or 4 days. Dom DeMarco is not quite as much of a rise, but still a fantastic Sicilian pizza. I really like it.
So good.
It really is. And then a bit more takeout this week, over to Wild Fig Barbecue.
Ooh.
Now, have you been there yet?
I have. It's been a while, but yeah.
It's over in that Sun City Anthem stuff in Summerlin, and I think it's built into one of their internal buildings that they have there.
Something like that.
Yeah, on premises, but it's really small. It's for the most part, you go in, you order, and then you eat outside on a table or you take it home. So, I'd had some ribs, I had some burnt ends, I had some turkey, all smoked, fucking fantastic, man. For me, I don't claim to be a genius when it comes to barbecue. I grew up in New Jersey where barbecue was synonymous with grilling.
Yeah.
And, anything you put over charcoal was barbecue.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted, you could put barbecue sauce on it. So I don't claim, but I've written a lot about barbecue over the years. I've interviewed a lot of great chefs, many of whom I've known them while they were learning barbecue.
Yeah.
So I learned a little bit about it, but seriously, I didn't even know meats were supposed to be smoked growing up, right? So I'm not going to claim that I have this great barbecue palate, but this hit things each of those 3 meats, each of them was exactly where I wanted it to be, with a deep, complex smoke flavor in the meat itself that you're definitely picking up. You don't need to put sauce on it. You're getting something, but they have a lot of good sauces that you can use there as well. I like their vinegar-based sauce. Their mustard-based sauce reminds me a bit more of a Chinese mustard than of a barbecue sauce, so that one didn't go. And then, the sweet barbecue sauce, really, really fucking good. But all the meats, really, I would eat them without sauce. They're really, really good meats. And then we did some mac and cheese on the side, which I thought was good. Not, writing home about it, but it was good. Yeah. Some potato salad that was pretty solid, and I don't usually like potato salad. I definitely want mine to have a little bit more mustardy flavor to it when I do it. And I liked it. And then I'm standing online, and I'd already ordered, and I'd paid for my food. And then the guy next to me ordered a banana pudding cookie. And I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck that is, but you have to add one of those. And I've got to tell you, seriously, stop what you're doing right now if you're over anywhere near Summerlin, and drive over to Wild Fig, and you tell me, you get a banana pudding cookie. It's actually stuffed with banana pudding.
Oh my God. Right?
And because it's got a pudding stuffing, that keeps the cakey kind of thick cookie so fucking moist, really good. Iced on top, a couple of vanilla wafers on there, man. I mean, just really, really fucking good cookie.
All right.
Man. So I would definitely recommend that. And that is about it for me this week.
Oh my gosh. Well, coming up in the news, I've got a question for you. Why did the chicken cross the strip? And a strip chef hits the burbs. But first, we share the details on some things to do during National Finals Rodeo, and then speak to the hosts of 8 different holiday pop-ups. This is Food and Loathing.
Okay, so before we get to holiday pop-ups, I want to talk about National Finals Rodeo, also known as NFR. It's long been one of the top draws of early December here in Las Vegas. And it kicked off this year on Thursday, December 5th, my birthday, by the way, and it's set to run through Saturday, December 15th. Several spots are planning some special programming for the rodeo. One of those places is the Easy Speakeasy inside Aria's Proper Eats Food Hall. And Ryan Brunty of Clique Hospitality shared their plans with me.
NFR is an exciting time in Las Vegas, obviously. It's a full takeover of the city. I grew up with horses, so it's kind of special to me. My mom still has horses, which is super cool. For NFR this year, we're doing a full 2 weeks of programming. So we're going to have Riot Light Sound playing on the 2 first Thursdays of the month. And it's going to be a full, rowdy cowboy, rambunctious time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Easy's is not really known for that. Easy's is known for being a hideaway, a jazz bar, a jazz club. And so to have this rowdy cowboy band is going to be a lot of fun. And Riot Light Sound's actually a band that I've been looking up to for a long time in Las Vegas. So I'm a musician. I've been playing since I was 12 years old. And so whenever we used to play with Riot Light Sound, it was always one of those times where oh, we know this is going to be a really goddamn good time. And so with that, having them at Easy's is just going to be unreal. We also have a sponsor, or we have a partnership with Codigo for the event. So we're going to have a full monogramming station. So people can come in, they can get a bandana monogram, their initials, and it's going to be, a cool little takeaway for the event. And then on that Sunday, we have the return of our country couture night with Callie Tucker.
So I understand you have some cowboy-themed cocktails and perhaps a little bit of food as well. Can you tell me a bit about some of that?
Yeah, so I wanted to highlight our amazing partners over at Codigo. So I'm really excited about the one specialty drink that I made called the Ain't My First Rodeo. It's basically an old fashioned made with tequila. And then for the other specialty drink, we have the Saddle Sipper, which, come on, that name's just fun as hell, right? We also have caviar service at Easy's. And so for the first time, we're going to have a specialty menu that highlights that. So come on in, watch the Rowdy Cowboy Band, and get some caviar on the side. Where else in Vegas can you get that?
Yeah, I want to make clear, you're talking about actual Caspian or whatever, actual sturgeon caviar. Yeah. We're not talking about what is sometimes called cowboy caviar, right?
No,
This is real caviar.
Yeah, this is, that night it'll be cowboy caviar, just by name only. But it's full caviar service. And so come in, watch a crazy country band, and get some caviar.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks so much for your time.
Emmitt's in the Fashion Show Mall is also planning one special meal for the rodeo. Here's Chef Antwan Ellis to tell us about it.
We have a 4-course menu with a drink pairing. That will be available on December 11th.
Cool. And can you tell me what is on that 4-course menu and what you'll be pairing it with?
Of course. So on the 4-course menu for the first course, we will have a bit of caviar top spicy tuna tempura crunch roll. That's going to be paired with Jack Daniel's Black. We have a cedar roasted sea bass with wild mushrooms, warm citrus rye beurre blanc, incorporating all the Jack Daniel's stuff in there. And that will be paired with the Jack Daniel's bonded whiskey. We will also have an American Wagyu braised short rib, super tasty, extremely delicious, with truffle and fontina risotto, roasted fall vegetables with a bit of Jack Daniel's sauce Diane, which is a cream sauce made with the Jack Daniel's. And we will pair that with a bit of single barrel select Jack Daniel's. And for the 4th course, how we finish it off best is the butter cake, praline ice cream with Jack Daniel's whiskey sauce paired with a Jack Daniel's bonded rye. Super tasty, all really good courses, pairing very well with everything that Jack Daniel's has to offer.
And you guys are, of course, known for football, but you're generally a sports bar. How do you feel about welcoming rodeo fans? You think they're going to enjoy it in here? And are you guys excited to see rodeo fans?
We will be excited to see those rodeo fans here. And, we're considered a modern American restaurant. The whole idea is to cater to everyone, especially in the Las Vegas market. We want to make sure that we cater to everyone successfully, but still be our unique blend of modern American food with a heavy emphasis on steaks.
And I just need to know, have you ever been to the rodeo?
I have been to a rodeo, yes, in Florida, when I lived in Florida. Lots of fun, wild times, lots of horse shit, but definitely a very good time.
Cool. Well, Chef, thanks for telling me what you got going on for NFR. I really appreciate your time.
Of course. Thank you for coming in and talking to me and getting to know us.
And, of course, we couldn't wrap up rodeo coverage without hearing from the team at Gilley's, the country and western bar inside the TI Resort. I spoke with Paul Reams over there about what he and his team have planned.
We have up to 18 bands that are playing during NFR, plus we're the watch party for the rodeo, plus we're doing a bull riders autograph session line dancing. We are the center hub to the axle of NFR.
Cool. Okay, let's start with watch parties, right? If you don't have a ticket, if you can't go down, can people just come here every day, every night and watch it? What hours? What are you going to be showing?
So you don't need a ticket. It is walk in the door and grab a seat. The watch party starts at 5 o'clock and it goes till the end of the bull riding event, which is usually between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So we broadcast from the national anthem to God Bless America at the end of the night, and it's a great crowd. It's an exciting crowd, but there is no cover. There's no charge for the watch party.
Cool. And then let's talk about the music that you have coming in. What obviously country western bands, I'm guessing, or modern country?
Country western. So yes. From the traditional to modern, a blend and mix of all of that. A lot of our consistent regional bands that have played well for us here at Gilley's, as well as we have 3 headliners, Cannon Smith, Craig Campbell, and Kevin Fowler.
Excellent. And then tell me about the bull riding competition. I've ridden a bull once in my life in Nashville, and it didn't go well.
Well, we do a strongest cowboy and a strongest cowgirl competition, as well as we are world famous for bikini bull riding. So, and then of course we just have bull riding on every night of the week. So anybody of any level are able to ride the bull.
Cool. Okay. Any other specifics? Any night that you would say is the main night, the best night to come down here because you just have such a lineup that day or that night?
Well, the beginning of NFR is always very popular. The first few nights, the Friday, Saturday, it usually has a good attraction of people who are looking to see who the contestants are and who the up-and-comers are that are qualified for the finale. Then towards the end of the week, obviously, the end of the run is when we see the checks being handed out in the arena, and that's always an exciting event to see who's coming home with all the money.
Cool. Well, thanks so much for bringing me up to date on everything you're doing. It sounds like this is definitely one of the places to be during NFR.
Oh, absolutely. I think the vibe here is off the chart, and it has been consistently like that year after year, and we're very proud to partner with NFR.
Okay, let's talk holiday pop-ups. Honestly, it wasn't all that long ago that the original $100 Lounge changed the way people celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Festivus, and all the other December holidays in Las Vegas with their Miracle on Spring Mountain pop-up. Today, it's just 5 years later, and there are a lot of local bars and restaurants doing the same at, various levels of intensity. So I went out to chat with representatives of some of the more exciting ones to bring you this roundup of places to get your Santa-themed drink on this year. We'll start things off on the Strip and then make our way out to the local neighborhoods. And then, credit where credit is due, I've saved the final spot for Anthony Jameson of the $100 Lounge so he can reflect on how their holiday pop-up in 2019 created the market for all these other places. To start, the only one of these which isn't open quite yet, but it will be in about a week, Easy's Speakeasy and Aria's Proper Eats Food Hall will launch their holiday programming as soon as they wrap up with NFR. It's called Miracle on Easy Street, and it will run from December 15th through December 31st. Here's Ryan Brunty of Clique Hospitality to tell us all about it.
So we have kind of the sweetest secret on the Strip over at Aria. It's a speakeasy behind a donut shop, right? So to get in celebration of the holiday spirit, we wanted to do a full takeover of the space. So it's going to be just like Christmas threw up in a venue, and here we are. So it's going to be garland, ornaments, all these things. But the most exciting thing, I think, is the drink offerings that we're doing. We're doing some really fun things like a bumpy sleigh ride, which is a shot of Absolute Elix vodka paired with a decadent caviar bump. Priced at only $35. You can't really beat that. So I'm really excited about this. We were kind of coming up with this like a few months ago, and I was like, how do we make something that's never been done before at Easy's that makes people not only excited for the holidays, but excited to be in like this low-key secret speakeasy that I love so much.
And people love speakeasies, and it's always kind of a catch-22. You don't want to make it too obvious where they are, but then again, you don't want to hide it so nobody can find it.
Exactly.
So tell people how they can find Easy's.
Yeah, that's the bane of my existence. So there is a really cool donut shop located inside of Proper Eats Food Hall at Aria, which is upstairs, up the escalators. When you get there, you're going to be greeted by Reggie, who's my main man, our door guy. He's the coolest dude on the planet, and he's going to welcome you in with a smile. We have a secret code, and then you go through the secret coded doorway, and then you are in the coolest spot in Vegas, which is Easy's.
Do you need to call in advance? Do you need to get a code from your social media? Do you need like a password to get in? Or you just look for the guy who looks like a doorman in a donut shop?
The password is Ryan and Al sent you. No, you don't have to have any kind of secret code or anything. We do recommend doing table rezos beforehand because we do sell out. It is an intimate space. I mean, it's actually one of the smaller venues on the strip. But it is it's basically a jazz club. Like we have jazz acts all the times. We have Mondays is our JC Trio night, so we have special features from not up and coming, but industry musicians on the strip. So we had like Tony Royster Jr. play there, who's one of my idols. I'm a drummer, so like seeing Tony Royster Jr. play our tiny venue every other Monday basically at this point is like a dream come true for me. So no matter what day of the week, as long as it's not Tuesday or Wednesday, you're going to find some really cool live music there. But definitely get a table rezo in.
Cool. Now, will the music be more Christmassy during the holiday season, or are you going to do the straightforward jazz that you guys always do?
We're going to keep it straightforward jazz, but our bands always like to have a lot of fun with no matter what's happening around the city or on holidays. So there are going to be some sprinklings of Christmas music in there as well. But we like to, play to everybody. So, maybe not everybody celebrates Christmas. So we want to make sure that people feel welcome in the space as well.
Well, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for your time, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you.
Over at Mandalay Place, Carver Road Hospitality's sports bar and restaurant Flanker rolled out what they're calling a Christmas parlor on November 20th. So it's going on right now, and I dropped by to speak to Chef Michael Clark about it.
What we're going to be doing is a Christmas parlor starting on November 25th, and we're going to run that all the way through the first week of January. We'll be doing holiday treats like gingerbread man cookies, sugar cookies decorated. Actually, some of those items you can decorate yourself. We'll be doing some interactive items. One of the other interactive items will be tableside s'mores. We'll bring out a little hibachi grill and give you a whole kit to make your own s'mores right there at the tableside. Then for our hot items, we're going to be doing a 4-cheese pizza being served in a little Nero's pizza box, same as from Home Alone. We're also going to be offering pigs in a blanket that come in a cute little sleigh. We have some sliders that are based off of our famous bacon Wagyu smash burger. And then we have a great charcuterie board that we're offering some amazing artisanal cheeses from local farms and creameries around here. In addition to that, we'll also have a eggnog shake and a bunch of great cocktails.
And I've been trying some of the bites. They all taste delicious. And I'm also here for your preview, just checking out the scene. And this is fun. You guys have done a lot of decorating. Can you talk to people a bit about, what the vibe's like here?
Oh, it's very festive. I mean, we got the music turned up. It's going to be Christmas music going all the way through the holidays. Not to be vulgar, but the best way to say it is Christmas threw up in this restaurant. It is wall-to-wall Christmas decorations, little hidden gems of your favorite movies, at least from my childhood. You'll see some from National Lampoons. You'll see some from Home Alone. You'll see some from, Planes, Trains, Automobiles, all those holiday movies all wrapped into one right here in the venue. It's pretty awesome.
And they're kind of subtle, right? Like I'm looking around and I wouldn't even have known it myself, but there's kind of a floor plan on the wall. And Gemini said to me like, oh, that's Kevin's floor plan, or that's from Home Alone. And it's that kind of stuff, right?
Exactly. We have the floor plan up in the wall. Opposite of that, you'll see these looks like fried cats. That's from National Lampoons when Clark plugs in the Christmas tree and fries the cat. But yeah, a whole bunch of hidden gems around throughout the whole dining room. It's pretty awesome.
Cool. So this is an all-ages venue, Flanker, and I know a lot of Christmas pop-ups tend to be adults only because adults like to get wasted during the holidays. Is this something that would be cool to bring the kids to, or should you just put together a bunch of grown-ups for this?
No, definitely bring the kids. We have, cheese pizzas, pigs in blanket. Who doesn't love that stuff? Sliders, kids love that stuff. But going back to our interactive items, I mean, kids love making s'mores. So you can do s'mores tableside here. You can do we're doing a cookie wheel. It looks like a wreath, and it's got little pouches of cookies in it. And then we supply you with some icing so you can decorate your own gingerbread man and everything. So it's great for the children as well.
And then for the adults, I know cocktails are not your forte, but there will be holiday cocktails, right?
Yes, we have up to 10 holiday cocktails that we're going to be offering, all crafted by our master mixologist, Francesco. I've had to order some of the items for them to help them put these recipes together, and these are some excellent cocktails that we're producing.
Awesome. So how long does this run during the holiday season?
We'll be running from November 25th through January 5th, I do believe is the last day.
And I guess my only other question is, we all know Flanker is one of the best places to watch games in Las Vegas. So I'm assuming that no matter how Christmassy it gets, there will still be sports on these screens, right?
Always sports, always sports. Every Saturday, Sunday, come see your college football, see your NFL. The NBA season's in full swing now. The NHL's in full swing now. We are a full sports venue.
Well, Chef, thanks a lot for your time. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
A bit further to the south, the Silverton has already converted its Shady Grove Lounge into their Bad Elf holiday pop-up. I spoke to the Silverton's Keith Sawaski about what they're offering.
We've got things going on all around property. Our biggest thing is our Bad Elf bar. Our Shady Grove Lounge has been transformed by a group of bad elves, and so it's really over-the-top Christmas. In terms of decor, we've got a great new menu of holiday cocktails, as well as some food to enjoy while you're just hanging out and celebrating the holidays.
So I'm trying to describe the overall vibe of Shady Grove Lounge and then therefore Bad Elf. And, you have the Airstream trailer here. So is it fair saying this is like a really cool trailer park Christmas?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. So tell me a bit about some of the dishes that you're doing here for the holiday season.
So we've got things like Rudolph's reindeer chow snack. We've got other cookie boxes and different holiday desserts that you can have while you're enjoying your holiday cocktails.
And are you doing special cocktails for the holiday as well?
Yeah, we've got a little bit of everything from a cookie espresso martini to a special old-fashioned fashioned for the holiday season.
And obviously you have some activations, some ways to have fun in here. You've got a pool table, you've got a foosball, and then you have something going on inside that Airstream trailer that I have a hard time kind of describing. It's basically bowling, but it ain't regular bowling.
Yeah, it's a special bowling where you've got a small ball that you can hold in your hand and hit the pins. We've got 2 lanes in there, and it's just a lot of fun.
Cool. Is this a family-friendly holiday activity, or is this a hang-out with the grown-ups holiday activity?
Yeah, it's more for the grown-ups. You need to be 21 to come into Shady Grove Lounge, so 21 or older. But in terms of for families, we've got other things going on. We've got our mermaid at our aquarium. We've got our mermaid tales, where the mermaids come out of the aquarium and tell holiday stories for kids. We also have Underwater Santa. We've got he puts on his scuba equipment and goes underwater, and kids can talk to him from a microphone, and he communicates back while he's underwater in the aquarium.
Wow, that's great, man. Okay, so what are the dates and the hours for Bad Elf?
Bad Elf is open Thursday through Sunday nights, and it's open from 5:30 to close, which is 11 o'clock on most nights.
So is it open now, and it'll be running through when?
It runs through December 29th.
And it is open now?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time, Keith, and happy holidays.
Thanks.
If you're on the west side and want to celebrate off the strip, you'll want to drop by the Rouge Room in the Red Rock Resort, where they recently launched 2 different holiday experiences, one inside, one out. Here's Clique Hospitality's JT Ford to explain.
So we're doing 2 different settings for Christmas this year. We're doing Candy Cane Lane inside the main lounge, and then outside in our pool area we are doing the ski lounge, we're calling it. It's kind of an après ski vibe is what we're going for, which will be really cool, and we'll have heaters outside, so it'll be really comfortable for people. And then, inside is going to be totally focused around candy cane lane, red and white to go along with the rest of the room. Christmas trees, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, we're really excited about it.
Okay, so, a lot of people do these holiday pop-ups these days, and everybody kind of has their own take on it, right? Yeah. Some are a little sexier, some are a little more bawdy, whatever they may be. How would you place these? Like, how would you describe these?
I think ours will definitely be a little bit sexier. I think anyone who's been to Rouge Room over the last 6 months, or just in general, it's more of a elevated space, and we're trying to elevate the space even further with our Christmas pop-up.
Cool. So, what do people need to do in order to get a reservation? Is this a ticketed event? Do you have to make a reservation? How's it work?
So our reservation system is totally all done through OpenTable or through our website, which is rougeroomlv.com. We have a landing page specifically for Candy Cane Lane and the Ski Lounge, which has all the details on there. But any reservation in December can be made directly through our website, and they're all for the whole experience.
Cool. Okay, yeah, and I guess I should have asked that first. What are the dates for these experiences, and what are the hours, days of the week, everything?
So we're starting on November 27th with a little bit of a Friendsgiving party that is kind of how we're kicking this whole thing off. It'll be the first unveiling of all of our cocktails that we're doing, and then both the spaces to the public. And then we will be open every Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all of December, from 6 o'clock to 1 a.m. And we will also be open the entire week of Christmas, so the 23rd through the 27th, I believe it is, 28th, I believe.
So I was looking at the release, and you've got a lot of holiday-themed cocktails. What can you tell me about the cocktails for these events?
So we have 12 different cocktails. 7 of them are individual cocktails that are really cool. One of them is served in a gingerbread man itself, which is really cool. And then we also have 5 that are group cocktails. One of them is a little mini Christmas tree with the ornaments are shots, which is really cool. We have a big ornament that is a shareable cocktail as well. But yeah, they're really cool. A lot of different themes for each one.
Will there be any food? Will there be a food menu at either of these?
Yeah, our food menu will stay as normally is, which is our normal lounge menu that has our normal lollipop wings, our Wagyu tacos, and then some of our other, favorites of Rouge Room.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot for your time. Thanks for explaining it, and happy holidays.
Yep, thank you very much.
Over at Dom DeMarco's, they've decked the patio with trees, lights, and decorations and introduced a full menu of holiday cocktails. I spoke to owner Albert Scaliat and pizzaiolo Alex Quinn about it. We start off with Albert describing the patio.
We have a beautiful patio. It's all redone, warm in the winter, cool in the summer. But you got to see the Christmas decorations. We went all out for Christmas decoration. It looks great. So any kind of parties you're going to have around the holidays, you should have them here or on our patio. And
so is that patio only open for private events, or could you just come and dine there as well?
Yeah, you could dine there. It's open. While the restaurant's open, the patio's open from 11:30 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, 7 days a week.
So describe to people the little winter wonderland you've created out there.
Well, we got Christmas trees, we got Santa Clauses, we got candy canes, we got just about everything you could think of.
Cool. And when is that, Christmas decor? Obviously, we're here the day after Thanksgiving. It's already set up. How long is it going to be set up like that?
It'll be set up to a day or two after New Year's Eve, after New Year's.
Now, are you doing any special Christmas pizzas? Are you doing any Christmas dishes, any Christmas cocktails that we need to know about?
We have a beautiful Christmas cocktail list. I mean, this is unbelievable. Lisa made this up. I'll tell you what they are real quick. We have a Jingle Juice, which is a Captain Morgan, yellow chartreuse, simple syrup, and lime juice. We have a Naughty or Nice Negroni, Bombay Sapphire Gin, Sweet Vermouth, Campari, Branca, Menta, Amara, and pinch of Flor del Sal. You want me to just read you the names? Or?
I mean, you could just give me a rundown, basically, of a few of your favorites and tell me how many you have, basic what the price point is.
There's 10. Okay. And I see the lowest, there's 2 at 8, 2 at 12, 1 at 14, 2 at 14, 15, and the mistletoe misdemeanor is the highest one, that's 15.
And that's pretty amazing. I mean, you can't, touch a regular cocktail on the Strip for under $20 these days. Can't get anything fancy like this, anything specialty, anything themed at these levels.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And these drinks, I mean, everybody tasted them and they love them. They're fantastic. So if you're a cocktail drinker, this is the spot.
Do you have a favorite?
I love the mistletoe misdemeanor. That's my favorite. I'm a Crown Royal guy.
Okay, man. One of the guys from Pantera used to be a Crown Royal guy, so that's the only person I ever drank Crown Royal with. How about any Christmas pizzas? Do you guys do anything at all that's Christmas themed, Chef Alex?
So we are running a new menu real soon. Preview for one is the sea green. It's going to be a pesto pizza with shrimp on it. Essentially, we're revamping the menu and bringing back some old favorites, and that's where we're going towards that.
Well, sounds great. I'm going to chat with you in another second about some of the other things you have going on here, but I really appreciate you telling me what's happening for the holidays, and I want to wish you guys all Merry Christmas. I hope people come out here and do some partying out here on your patio.
Well, Merry Christmas to you and all your great followers.
And the hippest neighborhood in town, the Arts District, is also getting in on the action, thanks to the team at Stray Pirate. I dropped in to chat with barkeep Isaiah Robinson about their small but festive holiday menu and how they plan to decorate a place that is already sensory overload. So, Isaiah, what can you tell me about the holidays at Stray Pirate? You guys are sort of doing a bit of a holiday-themed, maybe not a pop-up, but at least a holiday-themed menu and a holiday-themed decor, right?
We did want to offer a few new cocktails that kind of get people into the spirit. We're so decor heavy, so maybe we can communicate a little bit more through our drinks than we would be able to with lights or trees or anything like that. So we definitely wanted to put together a small menu that kind of put like the warmth in tiki and kind of brought those tropical flavors along with like those traditional holiday spices and put that forth by us.
Okay, so can you tell me what the holiday cocktails are?
So we did two. One is called Feliz Navitati. That one's going to be a Panche Navidad, a Panche Navideño inspired hot holiday punch. In that, we did Illegal's Caribbean cask Mezcal, which is like an aged mezcal that comes from a rum cask. And then the syrup that we did is a tea syrup inspired by Panche Navideño, which is like a spiced, appley, citrusy, traditional Mexican holiday punch. Paired that up with like lemon and hot water and basically made it like a nice hot toddy that we can offer as like our very first hot cocktail for Stray Pirate customers.
Cool. And is there a second one?
The Shake It Like a Red Nose is kind of a double play on words because, of course, you have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then we also have Red-Nosed Pit Bulls that are like very near and dear to our hearts, being that we're a dog pirate bar. That one's a twist on a classic daiquiri, which is going to be Denizen Vatted. They're 100 proof aged agricole and Jamaican rum blend, and that goes with Vecchio del Amaro, their Calabrian chili edition. So it adds a little bit of spice, allspice again on that because it's like the most Christmassy spirit of all time. And then we also dug out the Douglas Fir brandy to kind of give it a little bit of like a mentholy, like piney kind of feeling on the breath. But it is just high proof, a little bit of spicy, and as rummy as all daiquiris come.
Cool. So, of course, you got a tropical theme. It's a pirate theme and, of course, a dog theme as well. Is it going to get a coat of snow or Christmas trees or anything like that for holiday decor?
Yep. The same with Halloween. I think we'll probably dig a few things out. We like to kind of load the back bar with details that are kind of better spotted maybe on like your second or third visit, just because we are so decoration dense. It's such an experience every time you walk into Stray Pirate that we like to leave like the little Easter eggs. So maybe you'll find some more Christmas lights. Maybe you'll find a few ornaments that are hanging off some of our decaying skeletons that are around. But outside of that, it's always floor to ceiling decor. So it's always decorated.
Yeah. Cool. So when does the Christmas menu kick off, and is there a name for your Christmas season here?
So it'll launch on Wednesday, December 4th. And I guess we're just going to say that we're offering fair winds and festive tidings at Stray Pirate. That's kind of the name of the game and the name of the season for us.
Cool. Well, thanks for your time, man, and happy holidays.
Sure. Happy holidays to you, too. Thanks for having me.
And finally, at the place that started it all, with one of the people who started it all, here's my discussion with the Sand Dollar Lounge's Anthony Jameson. This entire feature is about people who do Christmas pop-ups here in Las Vegas. Nobody deserves more credit for that and for the number of people that are doing it this year than the gentleman I am talking to right now. Because when, sir, did you bring Miracle on Spring Mountain here to the Sand Dollar? Because it feels like it was only yesterday, but it's become an institution.
Yeah, 2019. We were the first and only at the time. And now everyone got the secret out.
So does it feel good? Is imitation really the sincerest form of flattery, or is it like, fuck all you people for jumping on our bandwagon?
It's flattering, but ask me at the end of the year, see how sales are. But, yeah, I think no one does it like we do, so I'm not really stressed about the competition.
Tell me, before we get into what you guys do here and what you do over at the Plaza as well, tell me about the decision to do Miracle on Spring Mountain the very first time, because this was you had originally teamed up with a company, I think, that was out in New York, maybe, that was doing this in other markets. So tell me how you decided to do this and how you knew it would do so well in Las Vegas.
Our former business partner, he visited Miracle in San Francisco, and the bar owners there were just telling him, you got to do this. It's a game changer. So he brought it to us, and we said, yeah, what the hell? What do we got to lose? We're not doing anything else in December. So we gave it a shot, and it was an overwhelming success. Kind of caught us off guard how much people like Christmas.
Yeah, people love Christmas, man. And it's become a Vegas institution. Tell people it's up and running right now at the Sand Dollar. Tell people how long it'll be running, and then describe what it's like coming in here this year.
We go until New Year's Eve, the decorations themselves, and December 1st we put up the Santa's rave igloo, basically. So we have DJs outside, bands inside, so you can get two different experiences, really. It's just head to toe Christmas like every year.
And you have a Hanukkah corner as well, right?
Yeah, we call it the kosher corner. And obviously that gets its own blue and silver makeover instead of the red and gold.
I don't think I've been in Santa's rave igloo in the past. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we started that last year. Obviously, there's a lot of imitators, so we were like, what can we do to keep pushing the envelope? And honestly, we reached capacity, so we needed more square footage, so we moved the party outside.
So what's the cocktail list look like this year? And also, let's talk about the food that you'll be offering throughout the month of December.
I think this is the best menu they've put out. Obviously, we replicate the recipes we're given. Sometimes we have some discrepancy on what we like, but they're all very good this year. The pizza is pizza. We just do the best we can, In-N-Out style. We only do pizza, nothing else. We have the chefs coming in this year. We partnered with Craig from MGM to do his Braveheart Foundation for childhood cancer. So he was going to bring us some bigger names. That's how we got Wahlberg to join. Yeah. And I think her people saw it and asked us for a date. So we have Eva Longoria coming on the 18th as well. And then all our normal friends, everyday chefs like us.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. And it's a great series that you guys do with those guest pizzas for charity. How many cocktails are on the Miracle menu?
There's 12 this year.
Do you have a favorite?
I think it's called Santa Slide. Surprisingly, if you're reading it, I would never suspect it would be good. This is a Southern Comfort as the base, Spirit, but it's like an orange chocolate creamsicle. It's awesome.
Wow. Cool. And of course, we talked about the Rave Igloo, but you are at your roots a blues bar, and you're one of the best live music venues in Las Vegas. I think everybody feels that way. So do you have particular bands coming in for the holiday season? Will they be doing anything holiday themed, or are you just going to be rolling in with, just great blues all month long?
we kind of do a greatest hits in December. All the bands want to play because they know the bar's going to be packed. So we kind of pick the most popular bands, which a lot of them are blues and rock bands.
You also have the Downtown Dollar inside the plaza, another Sand Dollar Lounge, basically. And in the past, I've been to both, and they've been slightly different Christmas experiences. What are you doing downtown this year?
Yeah, that's an island Christmas, so everything's more tiki-driven. Instead of Christmas trees, there's a lot more palm trees with lights. Obviously, the drinks are way more tiki-forward, rum-based on almost everything. So,
okay, cool. So, for people that want to come in to either one, are reservations required? How does it work? What's the line like? What's it like to get in?
If you're coming to Miracle on Spring Mountain, I just recommend arriving early if you want to sit and relax, because it gets pretty busy after, say, 7, 8 o'clock. It starts to fill up, and the closer you get to Christmas, the crazier that gets. Downtown is a much larger space, so even if we have 200 people, you have plenty of space. No reservations needed.
Cool, man. Well, look, happy holidays to you. Thanks for bringing this tradition to Vegas and for inspiring so many other people to blow it up, man.
Yeah. I'm here to inspire other bars.
Cool. And while I have you here, just real quick, anything up at your Mexican place up in Centennial Hills, Casa de la Juliet, is anything happening there and forgive me if I pronounced that wrong, but anything happening there for the holidays?
For Christmas, we're going to be doing meal prep to go, prime ribs that you can just pick up already marinated, ready to go, throw in the oven. We'll have a little instruction manual so you can pretend you're a chef.
Cool. People will be able to find that info on the website?
You will, eventually.
Okay, man. Thanks a lot. Happy holidays.
So, of course, you're hungry after a hard day of work or a hard night of play. This is Vegas, after all. So where do you go? What do you want? What's left in your wallet? What's left in your credit? The answer is 2 words: Neon Feast. It's the app that will get you to the best place no matter what. The mood you're in, the budget you have, the cuisine you want to eat, the hotel, the neighborhood, the town you're in, or the one you want to go to. It's all there on the Neon Feast app. Download it. Tell it your every desire. I mean your every food desire. And then get satisfied. And again, we're talking about food. It's the Neon Feast app, or online at neonfeast.com.
And it is time for the news. Yes, as Gemini asked, why did the chicken guy cross the road? Because he wants to set up business in Harrah's, of course.
What is going on?
You know, I mean, I've said this a couple times over the last few weeks. I mean, Caesars Entertainment is really locking in, getting the most out of all of their celebrity chefs. And they've always been the people that do that. I mean, what do we have, 6, 7 Gordon Ramsay fucking
Something
things
like
going
that,
on in town right now? I mean, more than ever. No one's ever had as many as Ramsay, and I've been covering this town for 20 years. And even at their height, like I don't think Wolf or Emerald had that many, even when they were at their height. So Caesars really likes to make sure that they've got something in every price range that's applicable to their celebrity chefs.
Yeah.
So they had Chicken Guy Fieri's. And Guy has other restaurants here in Vegas, of course. They had Chicken Guy in that celebrity food court over at Caesars Palace, and now they are putting it into Harrah's in the spring.
Oh, wow.
So, look, if you're a Guy Fieri fan, try it. I'm actually need to go into Caesars and try this chicken again. So hopefully in a future episode, I'll be able to tell you about it. But, cool. People want to say they ate at a celebrity chef restaurant when they come to Vegas. And not everybody wants to shell out the dough or has the time to make it, an all-night affair. So, yeah, rock on. I mean, fast food, not really my thing, but good for you, Guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Guy's a good guy. That's the thing, man. I like him. I like him as a person. I like the charity work that he does. His food is not aimed at me ever.
Right.
But that being said, he does a damn good job of what he does. And if you like him, you're going to like just about everything that he does.
Yep.
So, bravo to him. Good for him. Congratulations. Wow, some very sad news, at least for me personally, but also for the restaurant community in general. A landmark off-strip restaurant and a favorite brunch spot has announced it is closing. After 15 years in the Southwest Valley, DW Bistro is closing its doors permanently. It's not until the spring, so luckily you have plenty of time to get in there before it does. Final day of service will be a farewell brunch on April 6th, 2025. Until then, Bryce and Dalton are planning a all sorts of stuff, special events, guest chefs, throwback menu items. So there'll be a lot of time to get in there and reminisce about the place right up to and including that farewell brunch. Just as a reminder, DW Bistro was opened by Bryce Krausman and Chef Dalton Wilson in 2009 at a location on Fort Apache Road, but it moved to the Gramercy on Russell Road in 2016. And no reason was given for the closure in the press release announcing the news. A friend of mine gave me a call this week to report that Chef Eric Lullier is now running the kitchen at the Hawthorne Grill in the JW Marriott Resort in Summerlin. Now, I've known Eric for decades, but he most recently oversaw the opening of Peter Luger's Steak in Caesar's Palace.
Yep.
Before that, he was at Wally's in Resorts World. Really talented guy, and I hope to speak to him soon about the new gig, but don't wait for that. Go over, say hi to Eric over at Hawthorne Grill, which is always a decent restaurant. I mean, they used to do a lot of media things over there. They've had some great chefs go through Hawthorne Grill. I know Joe Swan was over there. I thought we'd run down all the holiday lounges over in the center where we just did, but here's another that got through to my email just after I finished. Topgolf Las Vegas has transformed its bar area into the Jingle Bell Lounge, which will run through December 29th. And in addition to themed decorations, players will be able to enjoy specialty cocktails at the pop-up, complete with the options of purchasing a novelty holiday 12-ounce mug for an additional $5, either before or after their golf reservations.
Well, fun.
And you know what? We have some news from Dom DeMarco's, but we already heard from Albert this week, so I'm going to push that until an upcoming week. I don't know. I feel like we're way over schedule, way long this week, but I don't know. We usually come in around. Anyway, that's it for me in news this week.
Well, and that is about it for the week. So thanks to all of our guests, Albert Scalliot, Alex Quinn, Isaiah Robinson, Ryan Brunty, Antwan Ellis, Paul Reams, Anthony Jameson, Michael Clark, Keith Sawalski, and JT Ford. On behalf of Al Mancini and Rich Johnson, I'm Gemini Stevens. Stay hungry.